Hey everyone, this is Neil Napier. Hey, welcome to today's session. Let me know in the chat box if you can hear me all right. Give me a 1 if you can hear me okay, and a 2 if you can see the screen as well. The screen should say, watch how you can make easy 10K per month by using and selling fast video hosting to unlimited clients without recurring costs. So I'll wait for you to tell me that you can hear me okay, and then we'll get into it. 1, 2, 1, 2, perfect, both okay. Danny, hey Ray, good to see you. Andy, Anita, O Delgado, Stephen, Charles, Richard, Jules. Awesome, perfect. Lots of people coming in, which is always nice to have. I won't wait too long to start this. I'm not one of those people who's gonna just talk for a little bit just to delay the start time. We want to get right into it. So here's what I want to show you today. Let me go back for a second. I want to show you how you can use video hosting for your own purposes, to upload and host sales videos, course videos, whatever you want, but also you can utilize it as an additional service that you can offer to other people for hosting their videos. I know a lot of my friends, for example, create videos for other people, and some of them just give it to them and some of them host the videos for them. So you can also include an additional hosting or renting fee for them. Now, businesses around the world are thriving using the power of videos, more so in the last year or so when people are kind of stuck at home and they need to consume information one or the other way. And since then, video has literally taken off. There are a lot of businesses, even in the travel industry, that have thrived on using videos in their business. But still, even though that's a fact, that is, other businesses are profiting, there are a lot of other smaller businesses, especially, that are not doing so well with video marketing. And I think you might have seen that too, whereby you have probably purchased a video creation tool or some of those tools, but they haven't given you the ROI that you were looking for. And that's what I'm going to go into depth today. One of the key reasons why most people tend to go for free video hosting options such as YouTube is because the cost of the paid hosting option. So for example, if you were to try Vimeo, depending again on how much space you're consuming, you'd end up paying $1,000 a year. If you go for VIDDLE, at least $1,000 a year. I know horror stories, as I'll show you in a little bit, where people have been charged like tens of thousands of dollars just for hosting videos. So there are good solutions out there that will host your videos, but they are expensive. So when it comes to video hosting, there's a big debate about should we use YouTube or should we use like Vimeo or Vistia. I want to cover the pros and cons of both so you can see where I'm coming from. And again, let me just start by saying this. Even though I'll point out the cons to both of these services, private or public, there are some benefits to using both, which I want to show to you as well. So when it comes to public platforms, you're talking about platforms such as YouTube or VideoMotion, or I think Dailymotion it's called. So those are two of the bigger video platforms that are there for public use. You could say Facebook is the same, but I'm not going to consider Facebook because it doesn't really optimize your content for SEO. So free platforms are free to use. They're easy to upload videos into. It's used by millions of videos. In fact, a lot of people utilize YouTube for organically ranking their content. So it's great if you have a hobby and you want to share content with people. I mean, a lot of people I know are using TikTok as well. But the problem is when you choose a free platform, if you're not paying for it every single month or for a one-time fee, you are paying in another way. So for example, YouTube is full of ads, right? They have their branding everywhere. In fact, it states in their rules and regulations that you cannot hide YouTube branding from the videos. If you do that, your account can get banned, and that's happened to a lot of people before as well. The analytics, they can be a little bit basic. I mean, they don't tell you how much of the video people have watched, for example. If you upload a video on YouTube, even if it's unlisted, someone can grab that link if it's a course video and they can share it with other people. So even if it's paid content, that gets shared around with other people. And try contacting YouTube for customer support, see how that goes. Right, so those are some of the issues with platforms like YouTube. And again, it is great if you're just getting started. It's really good because you can just put a video up there. You don't have to worry about anything. What about private platforms? And I'm talking about the kind like Vimeo, for example, or Vistia, anything else for that matter. They've come so far now that they provide easy video storage. They've got a really good content delivery system, which is typically fast and quite often secure as well. Quite often. Again, depends on how much you pay. When I say secure, I mean your videos, if you decide to restrict them to a certain domain, then people on another domain can't watch those videos. I'm talking about that kind of security. You get technical support from these companies as well, and typically these videos can integrate well with all the different landing pages and such. So it's a pretty good solution. You can put your branding on these videos as well. One of the cons, and I think it's the biggest cons, is the cost. With every service that I've showed to you a couple of slides ago, we're talking about Vimeo, VIDDLE, they can get expensive. And again, maybe you have faced the same problem where you have considered a service like that, but you've walked away from it because there was a monthly cost, even as little as $19 a month. Because let's say 6 months down the line, you stop creating new videos. You're like, I'm going to take a break for 6 months to a year. You will still have to pay for these services. They're still going to have their hand in your pocket. So if I think about hosting videos, they can be costly and ineffective. By the way, when I say ineffective, the one I'm thinking about is like Amazon S3, right? Or Dropbox. You can upload your videos to Dropbox or Amazon S3, but trust me when I say it, they're not built automatically for video hosting. Amazon S3 doesn't give you a really good player that you can control branding on, for example. Dropbox really isn't built for video sharing, because if your video gets a lot of views somehow, Dropbox is going to stop. It's going to put a temporary stop to your video sharing, or even a permanent one if it just keeps getting more and more traffic all the time. Because let's face it, you're not paying a lot of money to Dropbox anyway. I was listening to one of the podcasts by Russell Brunson, and I think he had a couple of guests, and they said when they were using VIDDLE, their bill was getting close to $40,000 to $50,000 a month. Now, again, these are people that are running pretty big campaigns, but even for them, I mean, even if they're making $1 million a month, paying $40,000 to $50,000 a month just for video hosting, it's a really big cost. And if you consider Amazon S3, for example, again, I was checking out earlier as to how much people would pay. Someone wanted to have, I think it was close to a terabyte of content uploaded online, and a video, and uploaded and watched, and their cost would have been about $448 a month on Amazon S3. So platforms like Amazon and Dropbox, like I said, are built more for storage. They're not really built for video rendering. Of course, you can use it for that, but it can get really expensive. And again, the obvious drawback is neither of these platforms have built-in virality that you would want to get traffic to your videos. So let me ask you a question. In the last 6 months, have you created a video in your business? Type in yes if you have, or no if you have not. Again, I'd just like to know how many people have actually created a video in the last 6 months and how many have not. Yes, yes, one, yes, no, yes, 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 no, yes, yes, no, yes. So it's about, I think 75 to 80% people are saying yes. Eric says yeah. So no, says Rodney. So it's about 75% of people that are saying yes, 25% or so that have said no. Fair enough. I mean, it's okay if you haven't created a video, but I can tell you there are some really good tools out there that you can use to create videos. In fact, what I'll show you today, we have a built-in video creator of our own as well. And you probably saw the demo of it when you landed, when you basically signed up. But I'll give you all of that today as well. Now, if you did create a video, what are you using for hosting at the moment? Someone said YouTube. Okay. One of the problems with YouTube is that without your knowledge, or sometimes even without your permission, YouTube's going to show your competitors' ads on top of your videos. So think about a local business, for example, right? There's a realtor who's running ads, who's creating video content, is putting it up on YouTube, and he's marketing in, let's say, New Jersey. The last thing he wants is to have one of his competitors' ads playing before his video even starts. But that's what happens with YouTube. They care more about people that are spending money on ads to run traffic. So regardless of who you are, what your video is about, they could very well play your competitors' ads on top of your video, which, essentially this is what the customer journey then looks like. Someone's looking for buying houses in New Jersey, and maybe you've done a really good job, you've optimized a video to go on top of YouTube. So they click on that to start watching it, and suddenly your competitor's ad starts playing, or your client's competitor's ad starts playing. Like, hey, if you're looking to buy houses in New Jersey, this is the simplest way to go about it, blah, 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 blah. And then they take that person away from your video onto the sign-up form, and then you get them on a call, they close them. You lose them completely because you chose a free hosting platform that doesn't care about what happens to the people that are actually searching for your content. Another problem is security. I pointed that out earlier. A lot of people I know, they have really good ideas about what kind of courses they want to create, but they don't do it because they're worried. Like, if I create a course, what if someone else steals it, for example, right? What if someone takes my video and uploads it to black hat sites? What if this happens? What if that happens? So your content protection is a very important thing as well, and you have to take it seriously. YouTube doesn't give you any of that. Even Vimeo doesn't give you any of that, at least at the basic price plans, right? And let me actually turn around and ask you this as well. I'm just showing you now how you can use video hosting. Has any of the video hosting you have used, YouTube, Vimeo, Vistia, anything else, Spotlight, as someone said, have they made you money? I literally, like, just think about it like this. Have you used a video hosting and in return you have been paid money for having a video hosting account? No, not really. I mean, it's kind of a weird concept, right? Just because you're using YouTube and, you know, even if you don't upload a video, can you still get paid? That's my question. No, you can't. You know, for that you have to upload content and so on and so forth, right? Or you have to become the affiliates and that sort of thing for Vimeo and Vistia. So look, here's why I think people like you are losing money with your current video hosting. I'll point out the problems, and again, you can tell me if I'm on track or if I'm off track, but here's why I think people like you are losing money with your current video hosting setup. Problem number one, your competitors' ads are all over your videos. And it happens to me too, by the way. It's not that I'm special and it doesn't happen to me. It happens to me too. I create a content video where I'm showcasing, you know, something unique that I have done. People find it organically, or people even go there based on my recommendation. And it turns out that my competitor's video starts playing on top of that. So it happens to me too. I'm not immune. Problem number two, someone copies my video embed code and then shares it on black hat sites. By the way, I have read horror stories of people using Amazon S3 or Vistia, where someone would copy their embed code, put it up on a black hat site, and their cost, the bill basically goes up. Like, this person would have worked so hard to create a course and they sell a few copies, they make $1,000, and then someone, one of the buyers, you know, shares it across on black hat sites, and suddenly like 10,000 people are watching those videos. And the bill that this person now has to pay is like $5,000 for content that he didn't get or she didn't get paid for. So this is a big problem in our industry, any industry where your content gets copied. I mean, not only do you lose money that way because you're not getting buyers, but if people just share your embed code on a website, you still end up paying for that. You still end up paying costs for that. So that can happen. Problem number three, that again leads me to the bill. Right, that leads me to the bill. I got my Amazon S3 or Vistia account, but the bill was horrible. I showed you an example of the person who came to Russell Brunson's podcast. Again, they're making $1 million a month. Maybe they don't care as much, but if you're getting a bill of $40,000 to $50,000 a month from Vistia, that is a problem. And all of this adds up. All of this adds up. What we wanted to do is we wanted to create a video hosting solution that didn't have any of these problems, no competitors' ads, for example, right? No hidden costs, for example, as well, right? So you don't have any horrible costs to be worried about. And number three, a platform that actually protects your videos as best as it can. I mean, 100% protection is impossible. Dare I say, even condoms say that, right? So 100% protection is impossible. But as much as possible, we want to protect your videos. So here's what I want to show you today. I'm going to show you how you can make more money using video hosting by quickly recording and shipping out videos. Number one, by quickly recording and shipping out videos. Number two, by protecting your videos from bad people, from bad elements. Number three, by charging clients to host their videos. You could have rent a video model where you could create a video for someone else for an upfront fee, and then you can charge them a little bit every month. It doesn't have to be massive, but a little bit every month to store that video for them. So they don't have to have recurring costs from other places like Vistia. Number four, I'll talk about how you can drive unlimited viral traffic to your own and client videos as well. Number five, I'll talk about how you can do all of this without being an expert